Today I'm bringing to you part 4 of The Woman in Cabin 10. It's not officially halfway if you look at where that leaves the bookmark, but it's halfway through the number of parts in the book, so that's pretty fun to think that we're getting closer and making progress that way. Alright, so in this part, we get some more of her trying to investigate. She's still trying to figure out what's going on with the mascara. So very first, she goes and questions someone who's cleaning out in the hallway. I was glad that she didn't immediately assume that that person was the one who had stolen things. Just from what I've seen, I don't feel like it's going to be any of the general help and cleaning crew. I'm pretty sure someone's gaslighting her, and that there's like a secret door into her room that she doesn't know about. This part helped to establish that there are plenty of secret doors in this building, because we've already seen the secret door that led down to the servants' quarters in the previous part. And then in this part, they've got their spa area that's got basically like a secret passage to get to some of the spa rooms. So clearly someone could have built all kinds of other secret passages and just not told anyone about them. I don't know why you would do such a thing, but there you go. That's what I'm leaning towards, and it's very typical of like mysteries and things anyways, to have like secret passages and stuff. So that's where I'm leaning towards with it. I do still give kudos to Nielsen, the security guy, that he talked to Ben in order to try to corroborate Lo's story. But I'm mad at Ben, just like Lo is, because Ben told so much stuff to Nielsen. I don't think it was any of Ben's business to share about her being on antidepressants or the burglary or any of that. I don't feel like it's technically relevant to the current case, but obviously, in light of the current case, it helps make her seem more crazy. So if anything, this raises my suspicions of Ben and makes me feel like he's got something to do with it. I don't know what, because in this part he does seem like he's trying to help Lo. But at the same time, you can be an antagonist and pretend to help the protagonist. So there's that option too. I don't know. We'll see as it goes, but Ben is like my number one suspect at the moment. Maybe in cahoots with Nielsen, honestly. But Nielsen seems like he's been pretty genuine and that he's sympathetic to what Lo is going through and sympathetic to her feeling like she's seen this thing, even if he doesn't feel like there's evidence that this body actually got dumped off of the boat. So I don't know. I don't think it's Nielsen, but Ben is highly suspicious to me. There was even specifically a line within part of it when she's talking to Ben that he's like turned away to look at the curtains, and she says it was like he didn't want to face me, thinking of what to say, which, I mean, could just be face value, what's going on, but could also be him acting suspicious. And so I'm debating, honestly, if this is trying to build up him being suspicious, and it'll really end up being him, or if it's the red herring kind of suspicious that mysteries like to throw at you, because they know you're trying to solve it, so they gotta throw those red herrings in so you think you've got it, and then they can flip it around and be like, actually, it was this. So, we'll see. I kind of hope it's Ben at this point, though. I have not liked his character. Ever since he reached down Lo's dress, he's not on my happy list, basically. So I wouldn't be sad if it was Ben. Yeah, so we've already kind of talked about that this does show, too, that there could be the secret rooms because of the stuff to get to the spa. We've got a spooky shower ending. Oh, someone sneaking into her shower while she's like sleeping in her spa room. Either that or there's a secret passage into that shower specifically, which is an oddly specific thing to do. But you never know. If they did have to sneak into that room while she was like sleeping from that spa thing, though, her massage or what, no, her mud bath, that's what it was. Well, she's like sleeping from her mud bath and they took the time to go in, turn on that shower, wait for the room to fog up and write their spooky message. That takes some guts. So it's not just like your typical, here's a note slid under the door. It's like a very distinct, we took a lot of time and preparation and a lot of risk to get this message. You could have woken up at any time while we were doing this, but we did it. So whoever this villain is, they're doing a great job of getting my interest. I still don't entirely know what's going on with this villain, like, who was the girl in cabin 10, why did she get pushed off, all of that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had for this part. I will say, though, that even though this one ended with a newspaper clipping, I'm much happier with this newspaper clipping than the last one. I will say that I don't think for a second that the body that this newspaper clipping talks about is low. I think it's meant to be the sort of red herring type of thing, but why would it be low? She's our, detective. It's not going to be low. You don't do that to your protagonists. Unless maybe you're J.R.R. Martin, but he doesn't write mysteries, so we can leave him out of this. But we do, however, know that there is a body that got thrown overboard, or we're pretty sure there's a body that's been thrown overboard. And it's a lady, and she looks vaguely similar to Lo, if I remember the descriptions correctly. So I'm pretty sure it's the girl from Cabin 10 who just washed up on shore, and that's what that newspaper article is. So I like that one lets you theorize, and is a stupid red herring that's like, why would it be Lo? Let's move on and theorize on who it actually is. So yeah. But yeah, I think that's all I had for this part. Not as much to say, I guess, compared to some of the others, but it wasn't a bad part. Probably not my favorite part, especially since we dealt so much with Ben and I just don't like him. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say for this one. So if you guys are reading along and have any comments or thoughts on this part, I'd be happy to hear them. But yeah, for now, that's all I've got for now. So this is the Umlaut Harper signing out.